Hey, family, it's Dr. Pyant, Mindset for Freedom. Hey, how are you? Take that breath for life and reset your vagus nerve. Breathe in through your nose to the count of 6. Hold that breath and release your shoulders gently to the count of 8 and say, I am releasing everything that no longer serves me, because that is what we're doing. Today, I want to talk to you about doing the math. I want to talk to you about cause, effect, and karma. I want you to understand that we can change things, but we have got to become observant, aware of our thoughts, our emotions, our choices, and our actions. In order to become aware of these things, first you got to understand that the math is off. If you got 1 and 1, you're going to get 2. If you got 2 and 2, you're going to get 4. But you have got to come to terms with your math. Your mathematic is off. Okay? You have got to change the mathematical numbers that you're using, in order to get a different result. What am I talking about? Cause and effect is the same thing as 1 and 1. If you are so hyped up that you are not taking the time to observe that your thoughts contribute to your emotions, then you need to stop right here. Because the practices that I have shared with you, I have said to you, become the observer of your thoughts. Look at what is happening in your life, because you, me, we are the only ones that can reset our mind. Yes, teachers are going to pour into your life. We are planting seeds in your life. One plant, another water, but God is going to give the increase. When you have a seed, it has to be watered. Do your practices. If you only do the breath work, the 6 and the 8 through the day, if you stop when you hear something, don't be so argumentative. Pause. Press your brakes. Breathe. Let it go. I always said this to my clients when I tell them to let something go. Can you let it go? Ask yourself, will you let it go? When will you let it go? And the when, that answer needs to be now. Do you understand? In order to let go of that emotion, that negative emotion that is arising, that you are bent on changing, that negative action, that negative choice, can you look back at it? Can you observe the choice that you made? Observe it first, accept it second, and then choose to not do it again. Can I let it go? Can I choose to be still, to be quiet? Can I choose not to soothe myself for every little thing that comes in my life? Can I choose to do that? Can you choose to do that? Or are you just going to be, and I'm going here, and I know you might not like it, but I'm going to go here anyway. Because I know I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to somebody that you're connected to that needs to hear this. Because you know how they used to say, I ain't scared. Just say it. Can you not do your CBD for every time your emotions are out of control? Your emotions are constituted by your thoughts. If you calm your mind, I understand that. I'm okay with that. Because sometimes we need to take something. But when are you going to change the math? You going to keep taking something every time? No, because you will become addicted to soothing yourself from the outside in. I want you to learn to soothe yourself from the inside, and it will come out. People will begin to see the calmness and the peace. You will begin to see it. Those of you that have children, especially you, be careful. Because at a certain age, by the time they're 12, now you know I'm a family and marriage therapist and I've been practicing for more than 25 years. I have 8 children that I have raised. I had 20 foster children. I know what I'm talking about. After teenage years, they are going to change. So you have got to sow into their lives now. And the best way to do that is observe. If you can't observe yourself, how are you going to observe their behaviors? If you can't observe their behaviors and help them change the math to get a different result, cause and effect will come from changing the math. I wrote something down that I want to read to you. And it says, I got to bring it up. When we do the same math, adding up the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same choices and actions again and again and again, we're going to get the same results. This is redundant, but I wanted to read it to you because it resonated with me. That's why I'm talking to you about that. What happens is that we get so used to this, what I didn't talk to you about. We get so used to the same math. We get so used to the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same choices. We get used to it. We actually gives us a sense of comfort. You're comfortable in your mess. And it makes us feel safe and secure. Ain't that a hot mess? But it is true. And you know it is true. We get comfortable in our mess. We feel safe in our mess. So what? That's what I did. This is what I do. You feel safe, but you're comfortable in what you do. So out of comfort and safety, you identify with that math that you've always done, and you always going to get the same effect because cause equals effects, and sometimes it's karma. Don't you understand that we are here on this earth and everything is here to help us to learn? That the universe can't help us. God can't help us unless we connect with our source, unless you connect deeper into your higher mind, unless you connect into your heart. That's how you change the math. You change the math by connecting in a different cause to have a different effect. Come on, talk to me. Feel like I'm preaching. All right, let me not get preaching. But we wind up saying, well, this is me. This is my world. This is what I do. I want you to understand that the me that you have created needs to be refined. If you are on this journey, and most of you are because we are in the season in this world of enlightenment, of understanding. And those of you that have connected to me and to other enlightening teachers, help us to help you by doing the practices. I want to share some more with you about how to identify the higher mind. I want to talk to you about how to get out of your head and drop into your intuition, especially women, because we've got great intuitive. But if you can't come from your belly and you're always coming from your head, but that amygdala is always firing because you're in fight, flight, or freeze mode, your prefrontal cortex, your reasonable, logical mind is not on board. And your intuition is definitely not on board. Yeah, sometimes it kicks in. But when it doesn't, you go with, well, that's just me. That's just how I am. Yeah, it is just you. It is the math. 1 and 1 is 2. And thoughts, emotions, choices, and actions belong to you. But you can change them. Listen, I'm going to go deeper on this subject because it resonates with me. You know, my mind is set for freedom. You know that TikTok won't let me go over 10 minutes. So I got to cut off for this TikTok video if I'm going to put it there. But you follow me on YouTube at Mind Set for Freedom. And I'll talk to you some more. Thank you so much for listening. Shalom. It's Dr. Hyatt.